The next exercise is the broad jump. Simply pull out a tape measure if you have one. If you do not have one, do not worry. You're going to start with your feet planted and you're going to jump as far forward as you can. Now, the reason I love having a tape measure for this exercise is so you as the athlete or your children can do this workout, or your athletes can do this workout and constantly track and measure how far they are jumping forward. The further your broad jump and the better your horizontal displacement, the faster you're going to run, the faster you're going to accelerate, and you're going to dominate on the field or court. So be sure when you're doing these broad jumps that you're tracking and measuring. And when you track and measure, you're going by the back of the heel. So you start before the 1 inch line or before the 0 inch line, and you jump as far as you can, and then you measure from the back of your foot. If you fall or if you touch anything, if you step backwards, it goes from the furthest point backwards. So be sure that you're landing, you're sticking, and you're measuring from the heel. The next exercise is the single leg broad jump. You're simply going to do a broad jump. You can pull out a tape measure and measure this as well from the back of the heel. You're going to jump off one leg and see how far you can jump going forward. Remember, the measurement goes from the heel. If you do have a tape measure, I highly recommend it. Single leg broad jumps. This next exercise is the single leg lateral hop. With this, you're going to start as if you were in a pitcher stance. You're going to lift one leg up. You're going to jump off the leg that is planted and jump as far over laterally as you can. Once you land on the opposite foot, you're going to repeat the motion and go back to the starting position, going back and forth. Be sure to keep your balance. Be sure to stick every landing. This next exercise is the single leg lateral jump. With this, you're going to jump off of your outside leg, but you're going to land on the same exact leg that you jumped off of. This one kind of plays a trick on your brain. You're going to want to land on the opposite foot. Be sure to start light, jump as far as you can laterally, but land on that same leg. Then you're going to switch and you're going to jump back, landing on the same leg you jumped off of. The next exercise is the single leg butt kick. Simply stand on one leg and try to jump off that leg, kicking your butt and then landing. This is a little bit more advanced, so if you cannot do the advanced version, simply jump trying to get your leg halfway to your butt, and then you drop it down and land on the turf or court, and then repeat that motion. The next exercise is the rapid rocket jump. With the rapid rocket jump, you're going to simply bend your knees slightly, maybe 20-25%. You're going to jump as high as you can with your hands to the air, almost like you're trying to touch a backboard. And as soon as you land, you're going to bounce right back up. You're not going to spend much time on the ground. The rapid jumps are when you immediately land and then you immediately rise. This next exercise is the rapid tuck jump. You're going to start with your knees bent slightly, and you're going to jump and tuck your knees towards your elbows. Make sure that your hands are out, and you're going to immediately bounce off the ground and jump as soon as you land. The key objective to this exercise is to make sure that you're not spending much time on the ground, and you're just firing your knees back up one after another.
All right, guys, next jump we're going to be doing is a pogo jump. So starting off in an athletic position, what you're going to be doing is jumping up as high as you can, but this time pushing your feet out in front of you. You're going to try to reach out and try to touch your toes. If you can't touch your toes, that's okay. Try to touch your ankles, try to touch your knees. It's okay if you can't touch your toes, try to touch your shins. Eventually, once you work on a little bit more flexibility, you'll be able to get out there and reach those toes. When you hit the ground, make sure you explode like a spring. Explode back up in the air and reach out and try to touch as far as you can.
This next exercise is the single leg square. You're simply going to start on one leg. You're going to jump laterally as far as you can off that leg, and then you're going to go around in a circle doing single leg hops. The next exercise is the lunge to lateral hop. With the lunge to lateral hop, you're simply going to start in a lunge. You're going to jump into the air, landing on your other leg, and then you're going to laterally hop over. You're going to repeat this going each way. The next exercise is the squat jump. The eccentric version of this is when you have your hands behind your head and you slowly, at a 2 to 3 second tempo, drop into a squat, and then you explode up concentrically, jump as high as you possibly can, and then you reset and then repeat that motion. Eccentric phase means on the way down. So we're going to go 2-3 second tempo on the way down and then explode up and jump, reset and jump again. The next exercise is max effort jumps. You're simply going to leisurely walk and step and explode and jump as high as you possibly can, and then leisurely walk and repeat that process. There's no tempo to this. There's no rest period. As soon as you feel good to jump again, as soon as you mentally get ready, you're going to jump as high as you can, walk a little bit, reset, jump as high as you can. That's why these are called max effort jumps, because you want to be jumping as high as possible every single time you explode. Yo, real quick, because you're watching and you made it this far, I want to give you a free gift. Just shoot me a DM at twice the speed and say, let's get it. When you send me let's get it, I'm going to send you a free warm-up that only you will see. Always, guys, subscribe, turn on the notifications, share these videos with your teammates, with your coach, with your parents, or if you're the parent watching, share it with your kids. We are here to change the way that athletes train forever. All right, as always, be sure you subscribe to the channel. There's a little circle next to me on the right-hand side. Be sure that you're clicking that and you're subscribing to the channel right now. Turn on those notifications and leave a comment and let me know what sport you play, and I'll be reaching out shortly. Talk soon, guys.